Hey guys, how's it going? How is your beautiful day going on this beautiful day? Today we have our NBA predictions, our 2024-2025 NBA predictions. So I hope you guys enjoy. We're going to get right into this. So let's get into it. We start with the Milwaukee Bucks. So basically this is how I did it with the win. This is just win totals. So 55 plus wins, 50 to 54, 45 to 50, 38 to 30. 38 to 44, 30 to 37, 20 to 30, and then anything below 20. So we're gonna go with the Bucks first. I think they're gonna win 50 games. They are a very good NBA team. Obviously, they have Giannis and they have Damian. So they're always going to be good. I don't know the health of Chris Middleton, whether he's going to play or whether when he does play, he's going to be effective or not. I feel like the Bucks are a shoe-in for 50 wins most seasons. Last season, they just missed it. That was when at the end of the season, you had Giannis hurt and they just didn't finish off the season very well. So next we go to the Brooklyn Nets below 20. They just don't have any like actual impactful players that can actually win a lot of games on this team. They have Cam Thomas, who is very good, but he's a scorer. I don't really think this is the part of his career of Cam Thomas's career where he is a absolute difference maker, where he's going to get the Nets like 20-30 wins. This team looks like an absolute dumpster fire of a team right now. The New York Knicks, 55 plus wins. Obviously they just got Karl Anthony Towns, and this team last year, I believe they won 50 games last year. So they won 50 games last year, and they were extremely injured by the end of the year, where you had Josh Hart and Jalen Brunson and all those guys playing for almost 48 minutes a game and things like that. So the Knicks, they're healthy. If they stay healthy, I think it's an easy 55 win team, especially with the add of Karl Anthony Towns. I think this team is going to be really good this year. The Toronto Raptors are kind of hard to gauge right now. I'll go 38 to 44. I think they can be on the 44 side, where they're just above that 500 mark. We're just changing it to 40 wins to 44 wins. And yeah, I think they could be a 40 win team. I think that they can easily make the play-in around 500, but I just don't see them being much better than that, in my personal opinion. Jazz, I don't see them being much better than they were last year. And if I'm not mistaken, last year they were a 30 win team. Yeah, they were 31 wins. I just don't see him being much better. I don't see him. I don't necessarily see him dropping into the lower 20s, but I don't see them getting any higher than in the mid 30s of wins. Their team hasn't really changed. It's kind of the same team. You got Larry Markkinen, you got Jordan Clarkson, and you got Colin Sexton and Walker Kessler. I mean, the team's just not put together yet for playoff or anything else. Now you got the Houston Rockets. They're a little tough, but I'm going to put them in the play-in also with Toronto. They can win 40 to 40. They're going to be fighting for one of those last play-in spots with other teams in the West, and I think that they can genuinely get there and make it this year, as long as Sengun doesn't get injured and other people don't get injured and they stay healthy. I think that they can definitely be a 40 to 44 win team. I don't think that they can get to the 45 to 50 range though. The Pelicans can definitely win 45 to 49 games. I don't see them winning 50, but they got better, I think, and I'm happy to see where they go. They have DeJounte Murray now on this team. DeJounte, Brandon Ingram, Zion Williamson, CJ McCollum. I think they have a good core, and a good core that they could easily take to the playoffs. I think they are a definite playoff team. They may be at the bottom, where possibly in the play-in, but I think that they can definitely make the playoffs this year and make a good push for they could make a push for 50 wins, but I don't think so. The Lakers, they're going to be in the 40 to 44 range. Their team just hasn't changed. It's just not much different. And when you don't make that much of a difference and all you have is LeBron James getting a little older, I just don't see you being that much better, if you know what I mean. So I'm going to leave them in this tier, which is about where they were last year. They might have been in this one up here. No, I'll put them in this one. They're going to be very, very low on, they're going to be in the play-in is what I'm saying, but I think they're above the Rockets right now. The Bulls, I'm going to go for 20 to 29 wins. They just don't look amazing right now. Zach LaVine, we don't know how good he's going to be. Lonzo, we definitely don't know how good he's going to be. It's been a couple years. Vucevic has been just declining. They don't have DeMar DeRozan anymore. I just don't think it's going to be a very good team this year. Minnesota Timberwolves, they added some defense with Dante DiVincenzo, and Julius Randle doesn't look bad, and his three-point shot has been getting better. I still think they win 50 wins. I still think they get 50 wins this season. They are still a very good team. And it's not like they traded for slouches. At first reaction to that trade was that they did trade for some slouches, or not slouches, but they traded for some downgrades. And I like to take that statement back. I don't think it's a downgrade for them to get those guys. I still think it is a little bit of a downgrade, but it's not that big a deal. Yeah, I think that they can win 50 games pretty easily this season. Portland, definitely 20 to 29. They're barely 20 games. If Scoot can break out and play some good basketball, then maybe they win more than that, but they're barely winning 20. I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt and saying that they'll win 20, but they're very close to this Nets tier. Denver, we can win, not 55. We can win 50 games again. I really think that that's very possible for Denver to win 50 games again. We're a good team. Not much has changed except we lost KCP, so that is going to be something that we have to look for and see if these younger guys can start filling in for him, which I think Peyton Watson will pretty well, and the hustle from Christian Brown works well, and the scoring from Julian Strawther could possibly be a good thing. 50 to 54 wins for sure. And honestly, Russell Westbrook, I think, is a very, very, very good add to our bench. So really good there. The Thunder are winning 55 plus games. They could win 60. They got, I mean, all they did was get older. And some teams you would say, oh no, but they are the youngest team in the league and they got a little bit more experienced. You know, they made it to the conference semifinals last year. They just got more experience. I sense a huge breakout from the Thunder this year. I mean, they broke out last year, but they're going to do it again. The Grizzlies, I'm going to put in the 45 to 49 tier. Ja's back. And when Ja's back, the Grizzlies are close to a 50-win team all the time. I just in the West right now, the teams are so good that I just don't see the Grizzlies winning 50 games. I just don't see it happening. It could definitely happen, but I don't see them on the tier of the Timberwolves or the Nuggets right now, and they're close to this tier with the Lakers, who the Lakers I'm still deciding whether I want to put back down into this tier or not. Yeah, I think 40 to 49. I think they're on the higher side of this tier for sure. I think that they'll be close to 49 to 50, but I'm going to say that there's a bigger chance that they go under 50 than they go over it. The Mavericks, I think, win 50 also. It's a stacked Western Conference, and the Mavericks are very good. And once again, a team that really didn't lose a lot of people, and I feel like they got better with Klay Thompson. And I think they're going to be good. I think the Mavericks are going to be good this season, and they are going to win 50 games. The Spurs. What were the Spurs last season? They were 22 and 60. I'm going to say that they win 40. I think that they can win 40. I don't mean to like I'm not trying to overrate them or anything, but I really think that the Jazz can win 40 games this season. Because Wemby, second year, he could jump up high in points, and now he has a true point guard on his team. Whether Chris Paul's 40 years old or not, I mean, it's going to be a great connection there. I'm going to say 40 to 44 wins fighting for a playoffs. Phoenix, 40 to 45 to 49. The West is just so stacked right now. And that's why there's so many West teams in this higher tier, which actually I'm moving the Lakers down. I just think that this Suns team, they in the preseason so far, I know it's just preseason, but they've been looking miles better. They've been looking strides better. So that's just something that you like to see out of Phoenix. And I think that they're going to take this season and run with it. All right, now the Clippers. I'm going to put them in this tier as well. The Clippers right now are what I'd like to call, they don't have Paul George anymore. And we don't know if Kawhi's ever going to be fully healthy for a whole season. I don't know. I don't see him being better than that. I barely see him making the playoffs. And I'm also going to move the Spurs down. I'm realizing that there's a lot of people in those upper tiers, and people do have to lose games. It just has to happen. And the Spurs, unfortunately, are going to be the teams, or is going to be the team that loses games, but they're going to be a dark horse in games. Warriors now too. Oh my goodness. The West is so stacked, bruh. I think they gotta win 40 also. They've been looking good in the preseason as well. The addition of Buddy Hield has looked good. And yeah, unfortunately, I will have to drop this Spurs team. And honestly, I'm going to drop the Portland Trailblazers down to below 20. Because I don't see that much coming out of that team. And there's so many good teams in the West this year. And the Pistons, they can be in the 20 to 29 range. They're still not very great. They've gotten older though. They've gotten some pieces that might be nice to fit into that team with Cade Cunningham that might help him out with like Tobias Harris and stuff. I still don't have faith in the Pistons right now. Oh, and the Kings too. Good night of living, dude. This is the last West team. Where does Sacramento go? I'm gonna move the Jazz down. Unfortunately, the Jazz just aren't good enough. They just aren't. Kings, man. You know, I'm gonna move the Rockets down as well. I think that the Rockets are a good young team. I think they will win like 39 or 38, the same as the Spurs, like the high 30 range, for sure. But like I said, you have to move them down. Like based on the trends of every year, like not that many teams win 40 games. Like some teams have to be the ones to lose. And unfortunately, I just don't think the Rockets are at the same level. And the Kings are. They got DeMar DeRozan. I feel like they only got better, and they're still, I think, barely playing, but no, I think they're better than all three of these teams. So I'm gonna put them in the 45 to 49 range. And seriously, I really think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There's 7 teams that could possibly win 45 plus games. And if we look at the Western Conference last year, god dang, Western Conference last year, 10 teams won 45 plus games. Actually, I think it's gonna be 7 this year. 7 teams win 45 plus games in the West. I might move the Rockets back up though. I'm going to move the Rockets back up. They had injuries last year and they still won 41 games. They're going to win 40. The Cavaliers, the Cleveland Cavaliers, at the end of the season, they looked amazing last year. Unfortunately, they just couldn't get past, who was it, the Pacers? You know, I think they're only going to get better. Donovan Mitchell is still there. Hopefully Darius Garland can go back to who Darius Garland is. I guess we'll see. This is kind of a make or break. This is a make or break year for the Cleveland. Like the Cavaliers, this is a make or break for this core. If they can't get it done, then they can't get it done. I think they win 50. I think the Celtics also win 55 plus. I think that's pretty self-explanatory. The Celtics are just a fantastic NBA basketball team, perfectly built, and they may go back to back. I mean, they're definitely. I feel like they're definitely winning 60 this year, let alone 55. So, I mean, I might move the Knicks down. Yeah, I'm going to move the Knicks and the Cavaliers down. The Cavaliers could be a very high 40-win team, but the Knicks are going to be like 54 or so, and I think the Bucks will be 50 or so, and then the Cavaliers can come in and be that, like, 49 range or so. The same thing with the Philadelphia 76ers. They'll be 1 or 2 games behind the Cavaliers. I know they got Paul George and they're supposed to look better, but Philadelphia never ceases to disappoint. So I'm going to go 45 to 49 wins. The Hornets, I'm going to go, oh, whoops, too high. I'm going to go with the 30 to 39 win range. I think that the Hornets they're getting healthy, and LaMelo Ball is finally back. So I really think that they could use LaMelo Ball big time. I mean, he's a very, very important piece to this team. And yeah, I think 30 to 39 wins is pretty good for the Hornets. Washington Wizards will be on the same tier as the Nets. They're just not a good team. They're just bad. I've actually watched a couple preseason stuff from them that looks awful. Like the Nets in Washington will be fighting for that bottom spot. The Magic, I think the Magic here are going to be in this. I think the Magic can also go 45 to 49 wins, like in that 46, 47 range. The Magic are a very good team. They were young last year. They get older. I just don't think that they overtake any of these other East teams, but they are good, so I'll give them that. Then we have the Heat. It's hard to not give the Heat the benefit of the doubt, but regular season-wise, they haven't been great through the years, and I don't trust them. The East is getting better every year. It's getting really good. Okay, Celtics, great team. Bucks, great team. Knicks, great team. Cavaliers, great team. 76ers, great team. And that's just the fact of the matter is, like, in the Magic, good team. You can't stay where you are anymore if you're the Miami Heat. And unfortunately, it looks like they kind of did just kind of stay where they were. And I just don't trust them. I don't trust them to win more than like 41, 42 games probably. The Hawks, I also see 30, 39. Trae Young's good, but they lost DeJounte, and honestly, this team just doesn't look great. It doesn't look great, and I do not have confidence. I really do not have confidence in the Hawks right now. And the final team, the Pacers, 40 to 49 for sure. The Pacers are a great team. They made it to the Eastern Conference Finals last year. They are just a great team. I think that the Pacers win 45 to 49 games, and they are a solidified playoff team. So those are my predictions for the 2024-2025 NBA season. If you guys like this video, please leave it a like, subscribe to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. It's really helping me out. We have gained a subscriber like every day for the past couple days, which is pretty cool. I know that's not a lot for most people. It's literally one person, but it actually does mean something to me. So thank you for subscribing to the channel if you are new, and please subscribe if you can. And that'll be it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one.